Respect isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself with grand declarations. It's quiet, consistent, invisible until it's gone. And when it's missing, you won't hear, "I don't respect you." You'll feel it in the way they interrupt you mid-sentence, in the eye roll when you share a dream, in the silence when you're hurting but they're too busy scrolling. Today, we're exposing the 10 subtle everyday behaviors that scream one brutal truth: your partner doesn't truly respect you. And by number 6, you might realize you've been gaslighting yourself into believing this is just how relationships are. Most people confuse love with respect, but here's the raw truth. You can love someone deeply and still treat them without respect. Love is a feeling, respect is a choice. And it shows up in the mundane, how they speak to you when no one is watching, how they respond when you say no, how they hold your vulnerabilities. Yet so many stay in relationships where they're chronically minimized, dismissed, or emotionally sidelined because the abuse isn't physical, the words aren't cruel, and the partner seems nice to everyone else. That's the trap. Disrespect often wears the mask of normalcy. It hides in jokes, in passive comments, in patterns so slow and steady you mistake them for compatibility. Psychologists call this covert disrespect, and it is far more damaging than overt conflict because it erodes your self-worth from the inside out. You start doubting your perceptions. Am I overreacting? Maybe I'm just too sensitive. But your nervous system knows that tightness in your chest when they talk over you. That's not insecurity. That's your intuition screaming, "This isn't right." So let's cut through the noise. Because respect isn't about perfection, it's about consistent regard for your humanity. 1. They dismiss your opinions. Your thoughts are met with condescension. "That's cute," or "You don't really understand." They don't engage, they patronize. 2. They interrupt or talk over you consistently. In conversations, arguments, even casual chats. Your voice isn't just unheard, it's treated as background noise. 3. They mock your feelings. You're too emotional, dramatic, or overthinking every time you express hurt. Your inner world is a punchline, not a sacred space. 4. They break promises. Without accountability, cancelled plans, forgotten commitments, ignored boundaries, and zero remorse. Your time and trust mean little to them. 5. They control the narrative. They rewrite history. "I never said that," or "You're remembering it wrong." This isn't memory, it's manipulation to keep you doubting reality. 6. They don't celebrate your wins. Your achievements are minimized, ignored, or instantly overshadowed by their own stories. Your joy threatens their ego. 7. They invade your boundaries. Read your texts without asking. Pressure you after a no. Share your private struggles with others. Consent is optional to them. 8. They use sarcasm as a weapon. "Wow, look who finally showed up." "Sure, blame me, like always." It's not humor, it's humiliation disguised as wit. 9. They prioritize everyone else's friends, family, even strangers get more patience, attention, and kindness than you do. You're last in line in your own relationship. 10. They refuse to grow. When you bring up hurtful behavior, they deflect, blame, or shut down. No curiosity, no repair, just resistance, because your pain is an inconvenience. Now, the darkest revelation: disrespect is often a mirror of how they see themselves. A partner who can't respect you usually can't respect their own vulnerability, so they armor up with control, sarcasm, or emotional withdrawal. But here is what they want to tell you: your tolerance of disrespect teaches them how to treat you. Every time you laugh off a hurtful joke, every time you apologize for setting a boundary, every time you shrink to keep the peace, you're giving silent permission for more. And the cruelest illusion? Believing that if you just become easier, quieter, or more understanding, they'll finally see your worth. But disrespect isn't about your behavior, it's about their character. Worse, staying in a disrespectful relationship rewires your brain to believe you don't deserve better. You start accepting crumbs as meals. And that's how brilliant, capable people end up feeling small in love. Not because they are small, but because they've been treated as if they are. So what now? First, Stop negotiating your dignity. Respect isn't earned through performance. It's the baseline of any healthy relationship. Second, name the behavior, not the person. Say, when you interrupt me, I feel invisible, instead of, you're so rude. This invites awareness, not defensiveness. Third, watch their response. A respectful partner will listen, reflect, and adjust, even if imperfectly. An disrespectful one will make you feel guilty for speaking up. And if they refuse to change, then choose yourself. Because you cannot build a future on a foundation of disregard. You deserve a love that doesn't just tolerate you, but honors you. A partner who doesn't just hear your words, but leans into your silence. Who doesn't just stay, but shows up. Fully, consistently, reverently. So ask yourself tonight, if my best friend described this relationship to me, would I tell them to stay? If this hit deep, drop a in the comments if you've walked away from disrespect or are finally ready to. Share this with someone who's been minimizing their pain, thinking, at least they're not hitting me, because love without respect isn't love. It's slow erosion. And you? You were born to be held, not hollowed out.